Alrighty, good morning, good morning. What's up, everybody on YouTube, Discord? There we go. Alrighty, so we'll give everybody here just a moment uh, on TikTok and YouTube um, to catch up with us. And then we're going to go over the news, economic data, my watch list, etc., etc. So, alrighty. All right, so first thing is first. Hopefully, you guys had a wonderful weekend. It's nice and relaxing. Sick. Uh, I was sick last weekend, so it's nice to have a decent weekend. Couple things here. Where are we? There it is. Okay. All right. So, a couple things here. Nasdaq futures were dragged lower by Tesla shares after it failed to meet quarterly delivery targets, and of course, I did signal Tesla puts to the downside on Friday, and monumental drop. Of course, Tesla is going to be wicking up and down. We're not going to be greedy. I've got about a half a position that I'm probably going to go ahead and take profit on. We've got a pre-market high around 260.17. Although other two main indexes were headed for a positive start to the quarter, European shares led by technology and financial stocks. As investors fretted about the economic health of the continent, Japan's Nikkei rose sharply, supported by a rally in chip-related stocks. Um, Second. Uh, Sterling was up after Britain reversed a plan to cut the highest rate of income tax while the yen weakened against the dollar. Oil prices jumped over $3 as OPEC considers reducing output, which they've already done. That's news has already come out. So gold prices were also in a positive territory. A couple of things here. So, of course, we already talked about this, but Tesla's logistical challenges overshadowed record deliveries. So Tesla on Sunday announced lower than expected electric vehicle deliveries in the quarter. I did read an article this morning here that was saying that this could be a too much inventory. Having basically too much supply and not enough demand. So we might have seen Tesla afflicted by that. Inflation to put U.S. auto industry in the lower gear. Major automakers are expected to report modest declines in U.S. new vehicle sales, but analyst investors are concerned that a darkening economic picture, not inventory shortage, will lead a drop in future car sales. All right. So other than that, guys, just to um, give you guys an outlook going into the rest of the week. Remember, today, tomorrow, all week, we've got data coming in that is worth noting. So today, 10 a.m., we've got ISM manufacturing. I won't be trading too much longer after that anyway, but construction spending, ISM manufacturing. We've also got FOMC member Williams speaking later today and tomorrow morning, as well as Mester Jolts coming in at 10 o'clock. So we do have, and that's all week, not to mention the week following, we're also going to see FOMC and core CPI and PPI month over month. So, um, anyway, so that's economically what we're looking at. I also pointed this out. I believe it was last night and in the Discord. If you guys haven't read that channel yet, but earnings, nothing to report really as of right now. But kicking off the 17th, we're going into earnings season. We're going to see a massive pickup in earnings, and this could be a reason why stocks are elevated, or we see a potential rebound going into earnings season. A lot of stocks are incredibly beat up. Real quick. Well, it's definitely a good start to the week. Green week, I certainly hope so. Um, But anyway, so other than that, and I think that's going to be about it for now. We'll go ahead and cover Tesla. So right off the bat, guys, last night, if you guys were with me, we talked about all of this. And we talked about the channel that Tesla had to the downside. We talked about where it could likely gap down to. And guess where it gapped down to? It gapped down and it hit 248.63, which is this major zone below us, right? And a big gap. So we're likely going to either A, open up against this wall, right, where we see 255. Right now, currently, we're at 254 and rising. We have a 260 wall already in pre-market. So watching Tesla for a potential bounce today, right, this is what I'm going to be looking for. So first off, we're in this channel. We appear to be at support from the highs, moving it down here. This is where we are liable to either pull back. And as I discussed with the mentors and everybody else this morning in the Discord, if we move back down, so regardless of where we open up, I am taking profit on these contracts that these 240 puts that we took for October 14th filled at around 430. So you guys can track those. This one, if we get a solid break and hold above 260, then that's going to be obviously where I would be likely to take. And if it does end up moving up first, there's not going to be much room. I'm probably just going to hit the 265 puts for this week, or I may just step right outside of the money. But regardless, right here, we've got this 260 wall. And then at the bottom, so right now, if we do end up reversing and heading to the downside, it would be right around 240, and I need to correct this a little bit. It would be just a little bit lower, possibly 248.32 or 240, depends, 246.24. If we end up heading to the downside and hitting support, but this is a solid bounce here. So if anything, I would anticipate a quick pullback, maybe retesting 250, and that's where I would likely take profit on the majority of this position. I would like to take Tesla to the upside, and I will be watching on the 15. As you guys can see, pretty crazy looking setup here on Tesla. I'd like to take Tesla with a candle close bullishly just above this 260 mark. So if we pull back, I'll bounce it at either 248 and or 250. So I'll be watching the tape, looking for those stacked orders, and I think Tesla, I think Tesla could make for a really good day trade if this is in fact a small wedge inside of this, or even just this price action resemblance of this. A gap fill here would put us up at 265.60. A break in downtrend and a move up to resistance would be around 275. So if I enter Tesla, I'll be taking profit on the majority or half of my position around 265 at that gap fill. But if we end up holding above this median line of 265, I may re-enter or add a contract marking that 275 break to the upside. Otherwise, I'm hands off on Tesla to the downside. So you're not going to see me signaling any puts or taking any puts. I just caught a massive drop to the downside, $10 drop as of right now. So I'm going to continue to not be greedy. I don't care that it already hit 248. Yeah, that's extra money. But at the end of the day, we still caught a incredible trade on Tesla. So opening up here, we have clear levels to both the up and the downside. Candle close outside of 248. We're liable to drop down just a little bit lower, maybe even hitting 245. And then again, candle close up and outside of this zone. Even 256 and 257 would be a nice area to close for, or close Meta. So this one did not track any real considerable losses. We talked about the broadening channel that Meta has at the moment. As you guys can see, it is holding 135.25. If it loses that support and we were to drop down to say 125 or something crazy like that, if we saw a major drop on Meta, or even down to 132.28, which I find kind of unlikely. I would anticipate the Qs moving down to the 260 mark. So that would require the Qs to drop there. If you guys are on Discord or on YouTube and you guys have access to the Discord, I have posted monthly updates on all of the ET, well, not all of them, but most of the major ETFs, QQQ, SPY, SMH. So you guys can check that out if you want, and see what levels we're currently sitting at. QQQ is sitting at 265, which is a huge level. And anywhere underneath that, you've got a small level at 260 that you could reverse and fade people shorts out to the downside. Because if you lose 260, there is a huge, huge imbalance down to 221, and we can see some major pain. Um, anyway, meta to the upside. If you guys notice here, candle close, and I've kind of struggled with. I again not a big fan of these broadening wedges, but most of these candle closes are right here at 139.50, and you can see the wicks off of 141. So a candle close, there's no high probability trade, and there's a ton of room to the upside. We could see a 144 73 retest if we end up breaking to the upside. If we end up breaking to the downside below 135, there's a small trade down to 134 and possibly 132.44. I'd be okay with taking that. But to the upside, I would want to take a one likely going if I'm taking this with a weekly, I'd like to see a break above 142. So a candle close here above 140. I think it's okay to leg into something light. And then I'd like to go ahead and really push into meta above 142, where it could see a solid retest of 144. All contracts after 142 or as it moves past that 142 mark, I'd like to have expire at least 2 weeks out. That way I can let it run through this FLAC and then possibly leave some runners if we end up seeing a major retest from meta, because this broadening channel could do, in fact, that and lead us all the way back up to 155. So, all right. That's meta. We've got meta, we got Tesla. Um, just to briefly recap, we've got a really tight build here on SPY, as you guys can see right here, really, really heavily consolidated. But here's the main thing that we can understand from looking at this chart on SPY is number one, right? If you get a solid, and pull this over, my actual toolbar. Oh, I don't know you can do that. That's cool. So a break, right? This is 365.33. That's going to put a lot of pressure on shorts. There's one, two, three, four rejections off of 370. That being said, right, if there's three rejections off of 370, that would mean that the reversal and move into SPY's gap would be pretty quick. And if anything, I would anticipate a move up to the 378 and possibly even 381.25 level for SPY looking at this wedge. And then looking at the daily, as you guys can see, we closed just, so take a look at this. So we know about we talk about it all the time. We talk about these candle closes, right? We talk about, making sure that our levels are set. Um, these candles on SPY, they close, the majority of them close at 262.78. So the fact that SPY is opening up at 261.65, which is in fact a bit of a floor, but the fact that it's opening up basically at Friday's open gives it a chance to possibly break up. And if it can hold a higher time frame candle above 260 or 362, excuse me, I could see a possible move to the upside. But we got a lot above us. So if anything, if we're opening up at yesterday's high, there could be a doji with a Monday, choppy Monday here, or just even a long-legged doji before moving forward. So anyway, that's really it for me. Um, Tesla, Meta, um, I did also have Netflix. Cave Bear posted his channel on there. I threw the channel on here. It definitely looks a bit agreeable. Right now, there is a 233.61 median. A loss of that median on a higher time frame would likely lead you down to a gap around 220. I think it was like 226, or support around 226, as you guys can see right here. So this is a major wall right there that I would be suspecting a bounce right around there. Up and out, uh, anywhere above 250. There's a couple of major price targets that obviously we want to have good expirations on. 267.71, and I've got highs, which is actually almost and nearly, I think it is actually 50% of the gap, and that's 286.72. So if we end up moving to the upside, there's a decent bit of room there. So, all right. Tesla, JP Morgan raises price target to 153 from 137. Huh, why even why even give that price target? The fact that it's going up for a third attempt, we'll see where we open up at Tesla, but if we open up above 256.90, then I would suspect that we would retest the 255 level and possibly bounce. But this is actually not a amazing setup right now in pre-market. It can be, it could be a really awesome setup if this trend line bounce that we're looking at here holds. But yeah, so we'll see where we open up at. All right. Does anybody have any questions before the bell? Anybody have anything they want me to take a look at? It is currently 9:17. NVIDIA. By the way, if you're in NVIDIA, I'm gonna get out of any downside positions that I have, like ones. What's going on here? My chart just froze. Damn, dude, Tesla's kind of, it would have been nice to hold that low, but it's okay. I better not go for a gap fill before the bell. All right, so let's take a look at NVIDIA really quick. Yeah, so this one again actually has a pretty decent setup as far as the chart cleanliness. Right now it looks like it's opening back up above 123. So watch for a quick pullback and bounce at 122.26, and that could lead you up for a potential gap fill to 127.32. And that's actually where I would be looking for Nvidia to potentially go and hit its channel downtrend, which is around 132.40. But skidding down here on support. So there could be one more leg down to like 118.65, but I'm going to get out of any NVIDIA, or if you have AMD, I know there's only like a few people who still have AMD, but this one could give you a bounce today here as well. So let's see. So let's look at the 15 really quick. Yeah, so watch for a pullback and a bounce at 122 25, um, if you're going to continue heading to the upside. Um, Apple. Oh, I haven't looked at this in a minute. So this one appears to still be trying to hold its deviation channel. Let's go look at the four. It's not the four, it's the hourly, excuse me. Yep. No, yeah, you're not trading for Friday's loss. You're just it's business as usual. We're just doing the same thing that we're obviously, yeah, we can't go into a day looking at it at like we have to make sure that we make our money back. If you do that, it's lead to a huge mess. So not a big fan of the trend here. The only trend that I like is here. Um, Looks like Apple has some sort of channel from that session high down, a little bit of a wedge type price action, 15-minute time frame. Okay, so the real area of concern here for Apple, I have 139.50, and then there's a small 140.25. So this little pocket right here could bring, if you're moving to the upside, some difficulty. And that would really be a great determination on whether you have the right volume to break above. Um, I've got it marked as 140.75. And then from there, candle close in that area. My target would be 142.22, 142.35. Um, and then obviously holding inside of this level or inside of this zone, because that's what it is. Right here. Do you guys see those hourly candle closes? Right? It's kind of ugly. 142. Yeah. I think we could give it. It's not okay. I see a ton of flack right there. Yeah, candle close. So 142.22. All right, what time do we got? All right, it's 9:23. Gonna go use the restroom and stuff like that. Make sure you have your levels. Remember, today um, is Monday, so starting off the week, we know how this goes. Mondays and Fridays, right? So we have to make sure that we can be it can be 10 o'clock. I'm not going to be trading past 10:50. Okay, I am opening up the day regardless, and I'm hoping Tesla's holding its downside here a little bit. Yeah, so regardless on Tesla, I should be pretty green. So I'll be opening up the day already in profit, and so I do not want to jump into anything crazy. So if you're looking for quick, immediate profits or scalping stuff like that, the price action would have to agree with that type of setup. So right now it's kind of an ugly pre-market and could definitely have us set in range and have us buying, back and forth. So waiting and watching, being patient is going to be the name of the game today. So all right, be right back. All right. All right. Um, Remember, take it easy. Take it nice and slow. Kim Kardashian. Take that, lady. Hey, baby. What are we going up or down today? What are we doing today? Going up and down. Oh, don't say that. Look at it. Just look at the chart. What do you think? Maybe. Which way? Are we going this way or that way? All right. I guess. You say so. Place it on your lap. I gotta finish some work and then you can. Big hug though. Wish me luck. We got 30 seconds. Yeah. Go eat. Go eat. You can eat. You press a button. No pressing buttons, but you do need to go eat. Close the door, okay? Yeah. Up and down. So she's calling for the chop, the range bound. Brutal's right, dude. Brutal's right. All right, we're open. Oh! Oh, look at those spreads winding. Oh! Take a little bit of profit off of that bad boy. Officially 100% right there on Tesla. That's 2 contracts off the table. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry. All right, nice. I'm tripping over here. I got one screen open. Come on, Tesla. I think we could see a leg down to 250.94. So if you still have those with me, those are at 750 at the ask, 730 at the bid. Oh shit, yeah, I'm trying to move over there. I kind of fucked up and I closed my other top charts. Oh, Meta is cooking. Damn. All right. All right. I'm going to hold on one second. We don't have to we don't have to go crazy just because we see a green candle. All right, fam. If you are in Tesla, get those last contracts ready to sell. 240s, October 14th. Coming in hot. Ooh, don't do that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take one off here. That's 835. Sheesh. That's money, dude. Are we in? Are we going? Dude, Boxer, let's go, dude. Nice. 850 each, baby. Let's go. Bought it 430, right? 420, what was it? Look, right here, 250. All right, I'll sell this one at 900 if he gets there. I got the last one here. I'm not in meta or anything else. Patience. Just taking profit here on my swing. If you're in hold on one second. If you're in NVIDIA, take that pullback right there as a little bit of a gift. Remember, 121.60, you can close out of that contract. 425, dude, he filled at 425, exit at 850. Let's fucking go. All right, there's that 250.21. I'm gonna hold it just this last one, see where it goes. Ooh. Pre-market lows is 248. What did we talk about this morning? Let's clean this chart up. We don't have to panic. I can't take the short, guys. I can't take it short again. I've already shorted it. If you weren't in, there could be more downside, but hold on one second. So, okay, so if there is a bounce on a trend line that is coming right now on Tesla, that bounce is 246. Holy shit. Watch for Meta to potentially go and fill its gap. No short on Meta until we lose 135. All right, I'm out. 990, let's go. Spot at 4. Oh, damn, I'm done. Holy shit. Oh, dang. Now it's time to bounce it. All right, I am actually looking at October 11th again. 270 strike, or not 270, excuse me. 260 strikes on Tesla. Looking for a bounce here, possibly not taking it until I see. I'm watching the tape right now. So look, what? Probably October, just like we talked about, October. This is exactly the plan. I'm looking at the 265 strikes. 265. I am gonna wait just 1 second. And 600, October 14th. Stop loss is just 246.63. Simple. I don't have any other downside levels besides that. So it would be anywhere below 246. So let's go turn our eyes to SPY. This is an early entry. It's light. All right. It's not heavy. Let's see what do we got on SPY. So this is the bounce level, right? The plan. I'm going with the plan. My plan was to bounce it. I missed a little bit of that bounce. It's still above there. I'm not going to let this little 5 minute candle scare me. I'm in a light position. So if you have a small account, maybe wait. This isn't as high probability. Once we get above 250, that's when we can go ahead and start looking to add into this trade. But again, if I take a loss, what loss is this? So nothing big. Paper handed the open, but thanks for Tesla. Anybody else get Tesla? Anybody else get Tesla? So we still have SPY's gap to fill. We could fall. We can fall. I could be wrong, but I'm just trading. This is the plan. I'm going with the plan. This is what I set up to do. If we fall, I'll take a small loss. I'll get out of the trade, and then we'll continue about our business. So just a little bit of a bounce, 246.55 right here. SPY's heading down towards the gap. All right, losing 246. Let that candle close unless it starts really pushing and being aggressive. Like that. Down a little bit right now. Jesus. All right, I'll take a small L on this one. 1 minute and 52 seconds. Candle's still holding here. Just barely hanging on. Still in. Candle close and I'm out. 1 minute and 28 seconds. Again, I'm not taking this to the downside. I've already made my money on that side of the trade, and I just don't have any other targets unless this thing just the market just free falls. And right now we've got this huge, we've already gapped up onto a strong level. SPY is already showing a little bit of buyers stepping up here. So again, I'll take 100 and it's going to be down 18%. So I'll take like $100 loss, $120 loss here. Again, it's important for me if this candle was to bounce off of 245, right? Oof, all right, that's enough for me. Dang it, Tesla. All right, I'm out. That's too much. All right, so I just took just on that one contract, took like let's see, a little bit over $160 loss. That's I'm in a 30K account, guys, so that's not a big loss here. Up tremendously still from this Tesla trade. Still, I'm gonna watch right here. We're at 241.88. Again, I can't take Tesla any further to the downside because I just don't have anything. I just can't short through this type of price action. So right now, looking at Tesla, the next level is 240.30. 240.30. Yeah. So if you're in Tesla right now, obviously I took October 14th, staying in light. I'm gonna wait and watch and see what happens here. Unsuccessful bounce, but I'm not out. Yeah, I mean, shit, I would have made even more money on the 240 puts. The 240s are fuck, they're at 1060 right now. So, but again, I can't be greedy. I got to stick with the plan. That was a fucking crazy trade anyway. So, all right. So now we wait, watch. What is this? A 372? All right, so we got a nice gap fill here, bounce off of 259.26. 2 minutes and 33 seconds left in this 15-minute candle on SPY. This is definitely where we could see a nice little bit of a reversal. Otherwise, we could stay in range. This is now our little pocket here. So it's 260 or 361 and 359.15. I'm not going to take this bounce on Tesla right now, guys. I'm going to go ahead and leave it where it's at and just wait. Be patient here. I'm trying to see where we just bounced. Okay. Okay. That's enough. 241. So let's get a candle close, guys, back into 249, and we'll try and I might go ahead and try and do this one more time. I'm not scared, guys. These losses, they do not stop me. Like that is I'm not even a little bit upset about it. Keep going. We know that the next trade is coming. Just be patient. 10 o'clock, we got data coming in here, 243. So let's see if that does anything. All right, watching Tesla now, trying to figure out what we got. We got sellers right there, pushing off 247. Spy looks pretty good. Spy's literally pushing. It actually didn't close all of its gap. All right, Tesla. Nothing really doing here on Tesla. Meta's giving a nice squeeze up. Hold on 1 second. Oh my god, what a dangerous looking setup here. Jeez. That's scary. Look at that 1 hour. Oh my god, that is absolutely bonkers. No trade there. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wait. Yeah, I'm totally out of Tesla. I did try and balance it, but I balanced it with something light at my level, and I didn't hold. So I think we might see. I still am banking on a bounce, so I'm not. I'm not out of the. Yeah, I'm still. I'm still thinking we might see a little bit of a bounce. What is this? Nothing. 247.75. 250. If I'm a seller, right, gotta think about it like a seller. 148.50 and the 150.50 are where I'm gonna try and step back up. 260s that high. If we break up above this, I'll re-enter. I could take a 265 again, probably right around the same exact mark. So hold on, I want to keep my message together. All right, Tesla. So, what do we got here, guys? We can go ahead and look at the rejections and candle closes as 247.83. We've got another candle trying to close here as well. So that's going to be our zone off the top. Um, Off the bottom, candle closes here 243.22. If we do make another leg down, then I would be anticipating um, another possible move down to 240. So I do, man, but unfortunately, right now I'm pretty booked up as far as mentorships and stuff like that. Single one-on-ones, like just somebody scheduling it. I don't even have a price or anything on that. So if you want to shoot me a DM, we can talk about it. Come up with something fair. So um, obviously that's I just don't advertise it a lot, but if I can make some time, I'm willing to schedule it. So I'll be busy. Spy be eating my ass all day. I don't like it. Live stream is maxed on viewers. There's one spot. It says there's 49. You should do. Yeah, too far. If anybody's not watching, we're gonna have to probably, if the Discord fills up, we might have to. Oxy's breaking that down, Trin. Hey, look at that, my friend. Come on. That's a spicy meatball. Get above 66 to 10. Yo, what is Meta gonna do? Guys, we can just be patient here. Be stoked. Because if you're patient and you sit on cash right now, and you're able to not take everything that you like, just right now, price action, poopy, right? Ellie called it right now. We're up, she said up and down. Right now, we're kind of sticking with that. Meta, look, up and down. choppy, staying in range. There's nothing here. There's nothing here, right? So all we have to do is wait. All we have to do is wait because there is a higher probability trade that is coming our way. So AMD is moving. Ooh. That is right slap up against. Look at this 5 minute setup. Ooh, that is broken. Oh, they just tore some people's asses up. Excuse me. A lot of the times they'll extend it like that, but doesn't matter. There's a ton of balance here. 65.82. That's your peak right there. It does appear you've got 65.60 as well. No fucking way. Netflix going. Oh, you gotta call it out. Come on, Cave Bear. Oh, nothing happening. Oh, you shorted it though. Nice. You saw that big old rejection right there. Watch for a breakdown here, dude. Oh, man. Hey, hey, bro. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh, I want to live. Oh, nice. All right, you're getting close to that 232. Remember that little median there. And there's a big ass gap down there. I wonder if it fills its gap before it does anything. Wait, don't do it. Do you have a runner, Cave Bear? Cave Bear, look at that selling pressure. Sorry, I don't give a fuck. 233.38, little bounce there. You've got 231.80, that's S1. Then you've got a 229. Could see a big dumpy. Meta, look at that. Yo, Ellie is kind of wicked with it. We joke around with it, but like the accuracy. If anybody in here knows how to build bots, we need to get something set up. All right, so Meta, Tesla, let's go over here. Let's go to our heat map. Oh, bada bing. It is 2 minutes. Oh, let's go on mute, young char. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay. Oh, connection failed. Ellie should have her own channel. Maybe. Her own Discord.
VSAT resuming.
Damn. What the fuck? Was that loud for you guys? Oh my god. Poopy up down. Yeah. Yeah, my bad, guys. Come on. Let's chalk it up to the game. Be sad. All I know is that Meta's got this crazy ass build right now, and
50.9 versus 52.2 expected. Construction spending for August minus 0.7%.
oh come on, Spy better rip, dude. Spy, hold on. I think we are gonna bounce, man. I'm still banking on this. I'm looking at Spy right now. I think Spy rips up to 364.38. If we can cross right here at 362, just like I said before.
S&P futures getting a pop here now.
Let's see if this holds because this is really the mark in which it would see that rejection. But
36.46. 43.50.
yeah, I got 360, 365, possibly even. Tesla's holding, not holding up very well. Dang.
LBWR live one.
Hey, we picked the one.
12.5 calls active.
No cat.
Victor Whiskey Romeo.
All right. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so clearance above 138.50 is going to give us a new high. That is this is meta right here. I think. Hold on. Fuck, that moved a little bit too fast. I take a October 7th 140 strike lightly here. 140 strike this week on meta.
JBHT, JB Hunt announcing
First target 139.26, then downtrend right here. This is going to be 140 even. Watch Tesla to go and hit, yeah, its 9-day moving average candle close with 250 above that.
SAT Viasat shares hold it again.
140 strike this week.
41.95 now for Victor Sandy Alpha Tango. Russian and back.
If we break this downtrend, I'll move up.
Statement.
The video looks like it could give you a nice little pop up to 127. Watch NVIDIA above 125. I'll add to Meta right now, keeping it light, still in range, still in the box. But I'm going to go ahead and take this one up right here. I think 140 is our mark. Now that would be 1, 2, kind of 3-ish off of. So this is a bearish setup. So I'm not gonna take too much craziness. What have we got with the Qs? Nice job. Are you held it? Nice. Okay, so look, the Qs. Looks like I'm out of Tesla for now. So the Qs need to go ahead and break 270, 117, and we should be up and on our way. I'll add to Meta, guys. We just need to simply hold 138.18. If Q see a rejection here at 172.27, then we know it's time. There's a gap on Meta that was unfilled. So if we hit and we reverse and dump, that is entirely possible. So I'm not being greedy here. But it could be, again, this held up overnight. So this could be, again, we still have a gap to the upside at 141.62. So I'll take a little bit of profit off the table, but I might actually hold these a little bit longer if we continue to rebound here. So we'll see what Meta does. I'd like to see it go ahead and, yeah, wick off of 138.28 and move back up to the 140.38 here. Tesla is trying to climb above its 9-day moving average right now. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. Add to meta above 141, or basically above 140.50. It's a dangerous play right now. I'm playing with fire. Again, the QQQ is just too. It's too much. I don't. I just can't see it falling unless it goes all the way to 260, which I just think it needs a catalyst. Yeah, and I still have this downtrend here that I've been eyeballing. It is. Yeah, so 273.22. SPY is making its way up to that mark. There's a nice gap on SPY. Still nothing on Tesla, guys. Stay patient. Stay patient. Stay light with meta right now. Not up anything. Just sitting lightly with this one. Again, I can't exit for you. 138 candle close underneath that. And we're gonna go ahead and call it. It'll be too choppy, so I know I gotta give you both sides of the trades though. Ash, you're an upside, right? Yeah, I just said Q's look good. Q's look good. Q's got pivot point
The
270.
Qs and the Bitcoin are both moving tandem.
Nice. Do I see SPY going to 365 today? I think if you break right here above 260, 366, you've got 265.78. Yeah, I could see it. I have two right now. My downtrend shows me 264.75. So just a hair underneath that. So what is Amazon doing? Oh my God, chopping people to ever living bits. Okay, what is Microsoft? Chopping people to bits. Meta, a little bit cleaner. But you were like, we need a catalyst on the Qs for your other ticker. Oh, I got you.
UK energy regulator Ofgem says British winter likely to be challenging due to Russia EU gas.
Like that 9-day moving average crossover. Watch there for a little bounce off that 9. If you go underneath it, that's it. No trade. Tesla's still being dumb. You can reduce risk if you want. You're not down bad. $14 on the contract. Really terrible price action all around, guys. Nothing breaking range right now.
Price view will help limit the downside to prices should economic growth disappoint. That being reported by Bloomberg.
Don't like meta anymore very much. gonna reduce risk here. Underneath, let's see. Yeah, underneath this little bit of a 9 right here, I'll reduce my risk. That means trimming out contracts. That way I'm not overexposed, especially on something that's not moving very well. Uh, Definitely got a good pop. This is definitely what you want to see mechanically. Right there, it hit that 239.14, seeing a little bit of flack here. So we're going to do either A, consolidate into that, or push up above it and hold it if we want to continue the upside. But if we keep continuing this price action to the upside, then it's very likely that we could see a bounce. So there's no 5-star plays right now. There are no, let me repeat that, there are no 5-star plays right now that are moving. Spy was moving pretty nicely. Other than that, it looks like most stocks, including Tesla, are lagging. I go ahead and reduce now on Tesla, or excuse me, on Meta. All right. So one thing that's really important when you're trading is to understand the environment and adjust. If you do enter a trade, um, I'm keeping everything that I've done. I've done light. Tesla, I've literally bought like one. And that was that original, I lost $160 on it, but I also made a fat stack to the downside. So taking that just as, chalking it up to the game, like that's not, um, it's not worth me putting any money into. That's why I said I didn't want to play any further to the downside. Granted, it fell further, feeling a little bit of FOMO there. So, um, um, but anyway, understanding right now price action not that great. We know what better price action looks like. So just take it easy. Did it fall further for you? Little H pattern there. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close out a meta. I think we're getting really close to that bounce. This is that retest level. Just bad price action, right? I'm in a weekly contract. If I was in next week's contract, I would, or 2 3 weeks out, I would say go for it, right? But because I'm into this week's contract, there's not a lot of room for negotiation on that. Let me say something. I discussed this morning. I very much disagree with profit is profit. All right, I don't believe in that. I'm a I'm willing to definitively say it. Tesla looks really bad on the 5. Go look at the 5-minute candle close there, 267.72.
Falling Millennium Space.
Looking like it might give you another low, not a new low, but a possible new low here just in this session. But so is profit.
Is marginally better than profit is profit.
Well, that's what I was discussing this morning. I would rather execute a trade, whether that be, and that's why you guys hear me say it either works or it doesn't. Because I don't give a shit. Like I make money when I execute trades, not when I'm sitting there staring at a contract. If you're gonna do that, just chart contracts, which some people do. Some people I chart contract option contracts with longer expirations. Just do that. Don't waste your time. Because at the end of the day, it's man, it I don't know. It's one of those things that it's undisciplined. When you're going out there, um, and you don't have a plan, you don't have entries, exits, you don't know where mechanically things are going to reverse, because you see, like, with Tesla, lots of shorts bundled up at levels like 255 and 250, but we know that a candle close puts pressure on those shorts and leads them to the upside. So if Tesla ends up closing back up in this box, right, my plan is to take this trade all the way up into this gap and all the way into this downtrend, right? That's it. Now, obviously, I need to mark out my levels and affirm these price targets. But we've got a nice pivot point right there. We've got a nice bottom, 265.50. The median is going to be right there around 269. So when I take this trade, I'm not looking at my contracts. Do I look at them sometimes? Yes. Do I tell you guys? But it doesn't affect me emotionally, because I am operating in a business mindset. I am here to execute the trade all the way. Now, did I see more downside for Tesla? No, I didn't. I didn't call that. I didn't think that we are gonna. I think I mentioned last night that we could go and hit 240, but we didn't even do that. We went and wicked down to 242. My target was 248, right? So I can only execute on the trade that I've planned for. Did I still make a fucking bag? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, if I decide to take Tesla to the upside, let's say this 9-day moving average comes down to 251, we end up building back up inside of this, I'll take a contract that is agreeable to the chart setup that I'm taking, right? So I'm looking at a big ass gap, 265. I'm looking at an hourly channel to the downside, and my contract needs to expire at least 3 weeks or 2 weeks away. Is that the most profitable endeavor? No. But I need to make sure that I'm always protecting my risk. And that's the reason why when I backslide, I don't backslide bad. Now, I've had, even as a Discord owner, I've had a month, or even a couple of weeks where I just couldn't hit, or I wasn't able to adjust, or I was stuck in a certain mindset. Um, but was I able to mitigate my losses and still live? Yes, because I make sure that I'm not. And unfortunately, I do think that a lot of trading is personal. It is personal discipline. So, if you're rolling out of bed at, the last minute and hoping that something's like, that's just not going to work. If you're trying to utilize 5 different strategies, it's just not going to work. If you're taking every gamble that you hear or every single thing that you hear an influencer say, like, it's not going to work. If you think that you're never going to be able to do what I do, or be able to give analysis or break things down as I do, right? Or just in your own way, then this is not going to work, right? You have to be confident in yourself to be able to even just, I mean, Philibert, congratulations, man. I haven't typed too much, but like, he's been doing great. And we've watched him, go from, just asking for charts to now giving charts, right? And the confidence to do that and to be able to take your own trade, that is required. But that also requires discipline. That requires, being able to like sit back, take your time, understand price action, understand sentiment, and understand that, you're gonna take some losses. You're gonna get slapped around every once in a while, but if as long as you stay within your risk. Am I down today on my day trades? Yeah, right. I took a little bit of a loss, but I'm still well within my risk. And if anything, if I lose $160, I promise you that if Tesla ends up sending any type of volume to the upside or anything, if we see any type of strong price action to the volume, or on Tesla, I would go ahead and suspect that we would see an incredibly strong move to the upside, and I could make that 160 back in a minute. You know what I mean? Um, so it's not it's tough. It's really tough. Oh wow, that's amazing. What was that? ES. So that's crazy. Yeah, Spy is built. It's building right underneath. You have it on that downtrend. With extended hours, I have it approaching downtrend, which is actually it is 365. But it is. I mean, you have to buckle down. If you make changes and adjustments in your personal life, your scheduling, whatever, you'll see that reflect. It really will. In fact, it required me to make a lot of personal changes. Shit, I went to fucking, go to therapy. So, Minnie will be fine. Jesus Christ. All right.
S&P futures near the intraday high 36.60.
It'd be cool if Q's kind of didn't do this shit. Um, I think Meta still looks good. I'm still in Meta, just reduced risk, but forward is going. Interesting. That's a cool looking chart. Look at that thing. It's too many broadening wedges, man. These things suck. I hate broadening wedges. They make no sense.
You know how much I love
I hate them. They're just so irregular. I mean, they can make for a good ass trade right now. 1165. There's a fat imbalance above 1173. I would be aiming for $12. I'm in Meta right now, guys. Target still remains 140. If you guys are listening right now, just reminding you guys, I do have a new TikTok page. I've posted the link everywhere, so make sure you guys are following me. Trying to get back on live trading there, live stuff at night every once in a while. So hedging is just extending the stop loss. Just stop loss sooner and don't hedge. You don't have to hedge, by the way. Like let's see, what did he say? They call it at the same time with the 50-50. No, I don't know who you follow. When I hedge myself, I mean, maybe they have success with it. The only time I have that, there are very particular times when I decide to utilize that strategy. This price action is killing your weeklies. Yeah. Are you down bad? You can always take profit and roll it out, or get out and roll it out. Are you good? It might be what it's Monday. It is Monday. Coach CWC messaged me this morning. Meta's still building. Little poopy. Little poopy. I'm not down green right now. But if I had my old mindset, I would have panic sold. Yeah, I have some one-on-ones I'm gonna get to, so we've got plenty of time. I'll still alert um if something changes, but right now, guys, I there's just not just I just don't see anything. Which is fine. Netflix looks good. Still holding that nice little flag. Looks good. Oh, Sonny, nice job, dude. Market makers. It's clobbering time. Also, Turtlicious, I just want to throw this out there, man. A lot of people would kill for an $8 loss. Um, you that can't be the goal anymore. If you're gonna take a trade, man, you need to take a trade. You know what I mean? Like you got $100 in there. Um, I mean, I can show you proof. I've taken $80 accounts to $500. You know what I mean? Like you can select contracts that have good expirations that are on decent names with good volume and take a good trade. And you can't be emotional about the $8, $5 loss when you're taking a contract that's way out of the money. So just keep that in mind, man. But I have faith in you, dude. I really do, man. I just feel like you gotta take it. It's a mental thing. You gotta grab a hold of this craft, dude, and it's a determination. It's a mindset of I'm going to type thing where again. I'm gonna wake up early. I'm gonna go chart. If my chart isn't working, if it's not making sense, if I'm not seeing rejections, if I'm not able to nail the levels, who can I ask questions? Who's able to do that I can ask, right? And I'm sure that there's a ton of people in here, including myself, that you can ask anytime. So you need to get good at charting. Get good at charting on the 4 hour. Get good at charting on the monthly or excuse me, the daily and the weekly. Take contracts that expire 40 days away. 40 days away. And then the whole, obviously no, don't just take them, but take them and hold them and execute an entire trade all the way through watching higher time frame candles in order to make sure that you're, you know, able to make these trades and make them with patience and not panic sell at every 5 minute candle or 1 minute candle. So there's a lot, man. But if you what you can do is you can reflect on what has not been working. The strategy of using all these strategies is burning you, and it has been. And we've been talking for a long time. So um, it's not working. You're spinning your wheels, and you have to let that part of it go. You got to let go of the being able to, trying to do five different strategies. Pick one. You will get good at it. And you have to feel and have faith that that's all it takes is time and dedication into one thing and focus, and you can figure it out. So Nvidia has given a strong push here to the upside. Kind of looking at Nvidia, it's got a nice gap there to fill to the upside. I like this one to 127.21. There's also a gap as well to 132.36. That's a candidate for a possible serious pot to the upside if we can see some volume return. Meta is just hot dog water price action. So really just trying to get out of this trade if we don't see something tremendo. So another thing too, I'm sure, yeah, I know it can be a bit overwhelming. So and what we're gonna try and work on Friday, guys, it's gonna be real basic. I mean, I'm gonna be going over trying to find trend, right? Identifying trend on higher time frames, um, you know, finding key levels, candlestick, just doing candlestick analysis. I'll be answering your guys' question on contract selections, um, et cetera, et cetera. So this is going to be a Q&A, also a bit of a class. So I'll be giving you guys, just a breakdown. But then once we get there, that'll help brush people, keep people caught up. But once we get done with that, we can kind of move on to, um, you know, covering. I mean, really, I'd like for you guys to let me know what things, and I can hold a poll or something like that. But I want to. One thing about learning is the thing that you are curious or questioning or trying to figure out is the should be prioritized because it's in your brain. It needs to be answered. Your brain wants an answer. And so if you give it the answer, it's going to stick rather than giving someone information that they're not interested in or haven't struggled with. It's just going to go in one ear and out the other. So, while I do want to teach you guys this a lot, I also want to answer questions as well. So, I ask people to please write these things down. Write your questions down so that way you have them clear recorded. If you're trading right now, you have all day, all week to write down questions on why did you do this? Why did this happen? You know, why did I make money? Why did I lose money? So maybe I'll crack open my gin. No, just kidding.
Toyota reported September 2022 sales of electrified vehicles, 35,419. That represents nearly 20% of its total monthly sales. That's
Tango Michael of Toyota. You have no liquid. E-liquid.
There's a Toyota. There's a highs now up almost 4%. Tango Michael.
What are you doing, Tesla? Tesla's got a bear flag, y'all. We're just gonna get rid of all of this. We're just gonna stick to the lakes and the rivers that we're used to. Also, sounds corny. Journal. Write down your how. Here's a couple things to write down in your journal if you do. How you feel in the morning before you trade, right? How do you feel about the trading day in general? And then after, write down how you, or either during the day or after, write down your mindset on after you win, after you lose. Just record it. You don't have to change it. Just record it. Be aware of it. Bring awareness to your emotional state and how you react, how you feel during certain events. Are you too gassed up about making money, right? Did you just hit a huge trade that you weren't expecting and you're about to lose your shit? Like that's the kind of thing that um you want to record. You want to keep track of your emotional state because emotions can, again, we know this very well, can do a lot of harm when we're trading. So yeah, sitting on cash and that's actually awesome that you feel that way and that you even say that because that's a rewiring. A lot of the times, people sitting on cash feel like they're missing, like, oh fuck, something's gonna move, like, and I'm gonna miss it. Mm, that's not how we. If we can teach, that I try and look at things like from that, like I've heard some really good examples on it, but it's like we build neurological pathways in our brain, and if we continuously repeat or do this action, it what was a lightly treaded path becomes a full highway, right? So then it becomes harder to change or harder to rewire. But if you can find something like, and this takes, in my opinion, personal reflection, just reflection in general. But if you can rewire yourself to be like, look at how much money I'm saving. Like, look how much money I'm not losing right now. How many people are losing money right now trying to force a trade where there is none. So yeah, just sorry. Yeah, I can do that. Hold on one second. I go on vacay, come back and Potter is TikTok banned. Yep. You only talk shit for so long before you get clapped. That's right, I'm gonna do it again. I already have a video made, but we gotta wait. I hired an editor to do this one so that it seems like I'm being really nice, but I'm not. It's like the nicest video ever. I thought about putting like butterflies in the background or something, just really wax it over. Still building technically, but is struggling with the decision. Yeah, it's building. Yeah, it's holding pretty good. I am not liking this shit. Meta looks so bad right now. It looks terrible. It looks so bad. Look at it. Look at it. But it looks like it still wants to give us one little pop. And then it could go and fall all day. Look at it. Let's see what happens. Set my alert right here. I'll close that for a loss, but just so small. I like that Nancy Pelosi skit. Yeah, I'm not getting no love though on the algorithm. I'm gonna have to redo it.
Motors says sold 555,000 vehicles in the U.S. in.
I have this app called Face. It's like Face Swap or Deep Swap or something like that. And man, yeah, I've
demand for the Chevy.
I've made some videos, dude,
Chevy.
and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna. That would get me banned. I had one about these from a movie about this lady's toes. I thought about putting Nancy Pelosi's face on it, but kept it together. Spy just tippity tap. Look at the level on Spy, dude. Where'd you tap? Where did it tap? 364.85, right on the nose. Watch for young Tesla to potentially go and take a crack down lower. Same thing with Meta 138. Baba looks interesting right now. Kind of got a crazy looking flag. Watch Baba today. That one's got a clean. You could see a clean rip up to 82.50 and $85. I love that clicking moment for everybody. I usually can tell when it clicks. Just being able to identify, and that's the thing. It's like there's so many people who are like, I think, like, well, this, and I feel. It's where did the money go? Where's the money at, right? Here on Tesla, it's at 249.29, right? That's where these candle closes here previously. So we can expect, right, looking at the previous level that sellers have pushed off of, which is buyers have pushed off of 250. So if we clear that level, what could we expect, right? These sellers would be forced or possibly led to possibly close out their position. That's not to say that they won't lead it up just a little bit higher if buyers. So it's evaluation of buying pressure. How do buyers respond at support? And how easy is it for them to get pulled back under? So if buyers step up just a little bit, let's say they even go and tap 249.80 somewhere in there. Darth Vader, please mute yourself. But you could just see it pop up here, 249.64. A little bit of a pullback right there, right? Um, and then sellers reclaim control, right? So this is where the price is controlled. So they are holding that price. You can also see two candles closing at 248.60. So another small little level above us. Of course, we're looking at the 5 minute. So this is only going to be, we're only going to be able to really reflect here. But if we buyers push up above that and close bullishly, especially above 250, that would indicate to me that these sellers would just simply have to exit their position, therefore driving the stock to the upside, because that's just mechanically how this works. I said snow on the 5 minute. Oh my god. Need some milk. This is a fucked up chart. Excuse my language, but what is going on here? Okay. Gap filled. 162.10. You have a little bit left in that 160. Candle closes. Remember, that's what's important. Price control. See that bounce? Boing. Rejection. Hold. That's where you want to hold above. So that's 166. So I'd be looking for a hold there. You've got actually you got a nice looking gap over there to the upside. Let's go look at. So this does qualify as a potential bear flag. That's one. So it could be that bear flag there. But again, right, we don't just trade off of these technical patterns. We want to make sure that we're looking at price levels. So a bounce off 166 and a reclaim of 171 that could give you a lead to the upside. It does look like there was a downtrend there. That downtrend has been broken and retested. Excuse me. So it's probably your last chance to. What the hell was even that? What was that? Did you? What are you looking at? The cues on the 1 minute? Damn. Watch for meta to give you a bounce. If it's gonna bounce, I think it bounces here. Yeah, I don't really spend too much time with the VIX. Ooh, look at that. Next level for 272 and 272.28 for the cues. Watch meta to 139.40. Longer it chops, the harder it pops. Put that on a shirt.
EUZI, ODI Technology partners with Vuzix to support its new Collabra platform and places initial volume purchase order. That's Victor Uniform Zulu India.
Yeah. Shout out to CWC, my boy. Oh, just should have just played the cues, damn it. Ash, are you still in the cues? No panicking, right? Oh, oh shit. I'm just kidding. Are you did it hit your target? The weeklies, the weeklies, the weeklies. Shot him twice. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Nice little one on Amazon on the 5. Yeah, cues are looking juicy. Meta anytime now. Step by step, indeed. Most of the time, it's like, where the fuck do I start? What do I learn and focus on first? I've addressed this, and I'll continue to address it as long as I am teaching or anything like that. That is the hardest part. It's the hardest part of doing anything. It's the intimidation of so much in front of you. Where do I go? Where do I learn? And the only way, I don't know, I have a weird way of thinking of the, like metaphorically. For me, I remember being a kid and like my room would be, or shit, I fucking a young adult, and my room would be trashed and, like dirty, and my, parents, or I just needed to clean it, period. And it's like sometimes it would just be like, damn, where do I start? Like, I was a messy kid. But I had to pick, like, okay, let me just start picking up my clothes, right? So like when it's then I'll move on to trash, and then I'll move on to, like, toys or whatever. Um, so, keeping that metaphor in mind, it's the same thing. It's like, okay, the first thing I need to know is, what the hell is this chart? Like, what do these candlesticks represent? What is the little line? Okay, this is price. Okay, these represent, and a lot of the times I tell people, get rid of the candlesticks at first. Hit the lineup, right? Observe price action, and you can actually, and take this as a little bit of a cheat, okay? You can chart and find trend using a line chart. It is 100%. I would stamp a stamp of approval on that if that's something that you decided that you were doing. Because at the end of the day, a lot of the times it'll consolidate price action for you, but it will, and oftentimes, help you identify trend just a little bit easier. And a lot of the times the wicks and stuff like that, that's where people they question things a lot, and sometimes this is just going to allow you to basically narrow or zoom that in. So you can use a line chart, or, even on the daily time frame, in order to get an idea of what's, really going on when you're new, because a lot of the times it's just too much information. There's too much, so you want to shut that off and focus on things again, step by step. You're not going to be making any money, and a lot of the times it's the impatience. People will rush through all of the education material because that's when they make money, right? If I get through this, then I'll make this, and that's not how that works. So you have to learn and read all of this, and then you start having to apply it and practice it, and et cetera, et cetera. If we don't bounce here off of this 200 here on meta, the little position that I have left is gonzo. But just a quick tip there if you're new. I personally don't think that scalping is a good way to enter the market. Um, that's, we're all going to have different opinions. It is a personality thing. A lot of people feel less stress being in less amount of time. Where I think that, yes, it does require more patience, but that's what you need to learn. Because when I learned scalping, I naturally knew that I was never going to stick to one thing forever. I wanted to learn everything. I wanted to learn all of it, and not even if I wasn't going to use it. I know about indicators that I will never use, ever, like ever, ever. Tesla is looking like it's going to build a new low. Do I think that's why? Um, so I don't know about that. Too much of a build. You're inside. Candle opened 360. Yeah, so this is actually still looking like a possible upside play. And really, you've got a gap up there on SPY all the way to 370.20. So I think that yes, if there was a rejection here, for sure, there's also a 365.75. But right now, it looks like the current trajectory has us moving up first. And that's not to mention the fact that we got to start from our highs. I have SPY moving into, I have a support or a resistance all the way back up here, which would, the longer that we sit like this, the closer that gets, and that would be a 290 retest. Holy shit, Tesla. There is no way that you're really breaking down into that bear flag. You really are. You really are. If anybody's short, see, that's a 5 minute bear flag. So what would that tell you? That's good for a quick trade, 5 minute trade. But a lot of people will, because they don't pick a strategy, they'll try and trade this and they'll buy and hold something almost damn near indefinitely.
Info joins other investors and data banks reaching out to those.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and close out the meta here. Just the little bit that I had. I've already reduced risk a couple of times. Um, it still has the potential to bounce off this pivot point, but just bad price action for anybody trading weeklies. Um, Small loss. Still very green on the day. And I don't know what Ellie does. I mean, I even tried to like make sure she knew what she was saying, and I asked her twice. But the choppy diagnosis just uncanny. All right. I got to get ready for a one-on-one here in just a second. That's it for me. I will signal the Discord if I see any other trades. Right now, I do not see anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and just sit on cash until the end of the day. Then we can possibly go and take a swing trade. If Tesla makes its way somehow in Potter stocks, if I'm gonna signal, it's gonna be in Potter stocks. I signaled Tesla puts in there last Friday, so that's usually, yeah, consolidation always ends in a pop somewhere. So you should be excited if your stock is consolidating, because that means that we're building up tension. So, but anyway, YouTube, thank you guys. Make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok and stuff like that if you guys haven't already done that. If not, I'll try and be live tonight to recap over today as well as plan for tomorrow. But thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you, and we'll catch you guys tonight. Peace.